There is no doubt that businesses are facing challenges and issues during COVID-19. One of the important part is business financing, which I call it as a lifeblood of any businesses. We cannot think of closing a business or real estate transaction without financial help from banks or other lending institution. So question is how these lending institutions are going to address during COVID-19. My name is Sarnal Singh. I'm President-elect of CCIM Central Canada Chapter, an agent with Home Life Maple Leaf. I specialize in selling commercial and residential real estate, serving in and around GTA. Today's topic of discussion is the impact of COVID-19 on business financing. To discuss this, I have invited our today's guest, Ahmed Khalid. He is Business Development Manager with CIBC Bank, servicing GTA East and specialized in business and real estate financing. He has over 15 years of experience in business banking and worked with Scotia Bank. So welcome, Ahmed.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sarnal.
Right. So Ahmed, my first question to you is, what sort of financial helps are available from the CIBC for the affected businesses?
Thank you again. Thank you for this opportunity. And this is a unprecedented phenomena happening since the COVID-19 for the last 2 months, more than 2 months actually. And a lot of, especially a lot of businesses, small businesses are being affected. So I'll go directly to your question. So CIBC is offering quite a bit of help, relief programs. We call it relief programs for the businesses. So the first one is a payment deferral program for the line of credit. For line of credit, we are providing 2 months of payment deferral program. So the client can stop their payment, interest payment, at any point of time, and then for the next 2 months they don't have to pay any interest, and after that they will start paying again. But here's the thing, so those 2 months interest will be accumulated at some point. Okay, so this is the line of credit feature, and we are also providing limit increase for the line of credits, or we call it extension, limit extension. And then comes to business credit card and overdraft facility. Again, for these two facilities, we are providing 2 months deferral payment as well for the interest and principal. In this case, principal also can be deferred if the client wants. Okay. Then the term loans. Term loans, for any kind of term loans, we are providing, CIBC is providing up to 6 months of deferral, interest and principal. Plus, the client also have the choice to extend the amortization period. So, how many months will be extended? It depends on the overall situation of the current loan, and definitely it is discussion within the credit team and the business owner. Okay, and then for CSBFL, the government guarantees small business loan, we are deferring up to 12 months. Interest and principal plus extent of amortization, like the regular term loan. Okay, these are the features within CIBC business banking products that we have added as a relief to face the COVID-19 situation for the businesses. And in addition to that, we are also facilitating BDC and EDC co-lending program. So those for BDC and EDC detail is the client can go to our website, cibc.com/business, and they will find the whole detail of that co-lending program in addition to the relief programs that I just mentioned.
Right. Yeah. Now, Ahmed, for new entrepreneurs like who are actually getting into the business, now how post-pandemic will shape the landscape and how they should be prepared, basically?
Oh, that's a really great question, actually. So, like for the new entrepreneurs, I'm pretty sure the new entrepreneurs, they've been planning to start their business for a while, and it's kind of their dream, right? But for the last 3-4 months, because of the COVID-19, the whole landscape, the whole like business situation has changed. The whole business ground has changed. So they have to be prepared accordingly. The first thing they have to understand what would be the consumer characteristics or the characteristics of the demographic in the post-COVID era. Okay, and accordingly they have to plan their business or the sector they are trying to get in. Okay, the second thing is that they need to have a alternative income source, because if they want to go for their own funding, then they're on risk for sure. So they have to plan their business accordingly. But most of the cases they will need a help from the banks. Okay, so bank will need significant investment from the owners for sure, because bank is always ready. So here's the thing I want to tell you, Sarnal, is that bank, no matter what is the situation, bank is always there for them. Bank will always try to help them in any way possible, because if the consumer doesn't survive, bank will not survive, right? So especially for the new entrepreneurs, bank definitely will invest, but bank will look at all the avenues possible and all the risk associated with that business. And so demographic, the alternative income source is those two things are very important, and also the exit strategy. So whatever the business a new entrepreneur is planning, so if situation goes south, so what is the best way to come out of that business with minimum loss? Okay, so these also need to be strategized before they are going to any new venture. Okay, and the fourth and most important of all is type of business, or which sector they are planning to go. They really need to choose business wisely, especially if it were like regular situation. I would say whichever they are passionate about, whichever business, it could be like software or related, it could be like wholesale or franchise, whichever they are passionate, they can go for it. But after the pandemic, so like the pattern of thinking and the pattern of business strategy has changed. So all the new entrepreneurs definitely need to keep those things in their mind to be successful after this scenario.
Right. Now, but in regards to new funding, now how banks are reacting to clients' requests during the pandemic?
Okay, banks are nervous for sure, and they're really cautious on new lending. You understand why, right? Because banks also can afford limited loss as the entrepreneurs does, right? But the thing is that the due diligence is more than as usual for the new money. I cannot speak for all the banks, but CIBC is still extending new line or new line of credit or loan to the businesses, and keeping in mind the COVID situation. Even our credit team and underwriting team are closely working with the business advisor and the business development managers like myself to understand to what extent that this business will survive, and to what extent the business will urgently need the money for. Okay, but to answer your questions, yes, we are CIBC is giving new money to the businesses, and probably few banks also. But definitely, when it comes to really applying for the loan, the due diligence will be way more than usual.
Yeah, the other question which I perceive is, now when people start, or these businessmen, if they want to apply for loans in 2021, I'm sure banks will look at the performance in 2020. So my question is, like, in post-COVID, how the banks, you think, will react to the business performance in 2020 when it comes to new loan and the loan extension?
Oh yeah, that's another great question. So that is anticipating once we get over this COVID situation. Yeah, that will definitely be a challenge for the banks to decide or extend on credit facility. Yeah, the sector-wise result will vary. Some businesses will show better result, but a lot of businesses will show either negative or much lower result than the previous few years. Okay, so in those cases, Definitely, previous banking record will be something the bank will look at. The first thing. The second thing will be bank will ask for at least 2 to 3 years business, 2 to 3 years business strategy, short-term business strategy with cash flow projection. So how they are planning to overcome the loss that have incurred in the last in 2020, and what is their strategy, what steps they're taking to make that over, right? And strategic decision making ability, how they have that. So bank will on a non-financial point of view, definitely bank's credit will take a look at that. And in your previous question, alternative income and personal net worth and personal strength to pay off the debt will also play a vital role in shaping the new credit facility in post-pandemic era, when 2020 result will look bleak. But overall, I would say it will be a challenge. It will be a challenge for the entrepreneurs. It will be a challenge for the banks to assess their loan criteria. But definitely, a real passionate entrepreneur should be prepared for this situation by having advanced planning and cash flow projection in their book.
Right. Yeah. Now the other thing is how long the banks will continue to support with the financial relief program that are in place for the businesses, because I have no idea. I'm sure you have no idea when this COVID-19 is going to get over. So how long? Is it 2 months, 3 months, 4 months?
Okay, so this is actually a management level decision in line with the overall evolution of the situation. As long as the pandemic continues to evolve, bank will continue to extend its help. At least CIBC will continue to extend its help to the entrepreneur if they need any relief program. But again, it also depends on the government viewpoint to see what is the level of improvements and to what level the businesses are in operation. And definitely, even after that, if everything open, activity will not be the same for a while, right? And again, so as the cash flow of the business, so it will also have a huge impact on because of the COVID situation. But as I said, like as long as the essential and non-essential all the businesses are running on a much lower capacity, which is impacting their overall cash flow and overall debt payment ability, that bank will continue to support, I believe.
Right. Yeah. Now, my last question to you, Ahmed, is overall how the businesses should be prepared to embrace the post-COVID time when everything is open.
Okay, so yeah, so this is something really to think about, and it's hardly surprising because for many business leaders, economists, journalists are really looking for the post-pandemic economy, and what they are asking actually to whether how to brace this recession. Okay, actually this is not, I would say, this is not a recession. So this is actually to understand like how to manage ourselves and how to manage our way of life. Okay, and COVID has and will continue to have tremendous psychological impact on the consumers. Even after the everything is fine, all businesses are open, this will continue to have psychological impact on the consumers and on the business owners as well. So this will play a vital role for the businesses, and the business owners have to understand the pattern of the pattern of the consumers. Okay, human interaction will change the way for a long time. Everybody will be nervous. Like even if you are 100% sure that there is no possibility of virus infection, but still, before you enter into a shop to buy something, even just to buy just a regular utility tool for your home, you will be concerned about how to maintain the minimum contacts. All these characteristics will shape the future. And we have to actually, the businesses have to come up with innovative way to sell their products. Innovative online products, online sale probably will prevail in the next few years. It will increase in like manifold. Okay, and also the businesses and consumers should prepare always for pandemic. You never know, because I just watched a research in Netflix, and they said that this kind of virus, which came from animal sources, can happen anytime, and we always need to be prepared for those. So the first and foremost thing is that the preparation. As long as you prepare financially, physically, and so socially, we should be able to embrace it with minimum loss. Okay, and that should be the concept in future once everything's open.
Right, and hope this COVID-19 gets over soon. And I know the challenges are still there, but the good thing is the businesses, the government, and the banks, they're all working together because situation is evolving. It keeps changing every day, every week, every month. So we just have to take action based on what has come in, right? So thank you very much, Ahmed, for sharing your thoughts.
No problem.
And,
Thank you so much for having me.
Right, and I'll share this recording with participants and have it uploaded on YouTube for others to view. So we have more such real estate talks coming soon. So stay tuned and please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Okay. Again, thank you so much. And I hope to talk to you soon.